Hello. True, I'm a Kazakhs fan. You're indeed correct. Hello. Where is this abomination? Hello. If that is Turkish, I don't speak Turkish, so I need a translation for that one. Any fans? Ready for another portion of agony, pain, and tilt? Certainly.
Fortune doesn't favor fools.
Uh-oh. It's my first game of the day. Uh-oh. Some Arab dialect, most likely. Well, unfortunate A translators. Otherwise, it's just jungle diff. You're in your post-solo queue depression? Don't worry, this is the therapy session for post-solo queue depression people. If solo queue has been treating you badly, no problem. I'll do you better. Hello. You should an OnlyFans where you upload legendary ranked videos. I probably should rather start an OnlyFans saying suspicious things, you know? Like, hello. How are you today? Hope you had a wonderful day. Because we are about to suffer. Fresh is good dispatch, yep. And what if I said that you're the man? Hello. Collector is a beautiful item. The question is it the real Lonely Kid? Or is it not the real Lonely Kid? Is it Gurkhan? Or is it not Gurkhan? Well, the stream just started, so it could be both ways. Terrible and beautiful. But we're probably going to die. So, yeah.
Meet new friend.
Step 2.
He's fine.
Not a problem.
I'm Uni and you're warm.
A little bit of a rough start. Which one is terrible? Which one is beautiful? Rough questions today. You know the drill? Gift skin.
We got the zoomies.
Always gift skin.
I'm Uni and
Gift
you're
skin.
warm.
gift skip. Okay, but we need to first wake up because our brains aren't even awake yet, you know?
Set sail.
I'm Yumi, and you're warm.
We're still on another plane. If a champions are worse in a roll, you can still climb. Yes, you can, but it's not gonna be fun. Skins are useless. Excuse me? Where's Mr. Blitz? Uh-oh.
Don't get cocky.
Oh no.
Danger. Danger. The fun begins. Not a problem. Set sail.
We are chilling.
Ally slain.
We just exhaust that bitch and he's gone.
I'm Yumi, and you're warm.
Step 2. Under attack. Enemy slain.
Meet new friend.
That is not looking good.
Don't get cocky.
I'm Yumi, and you're warm. Meet new friend.
Step 2.
I'm Yumi, and you're warm.
Not a problem.
Zoomies.
The man hit me. It's a rough day to be alive.
Set sail.
I'm Yumi, and you're warm.
Middle turret is under attack.
Totally doing.
Don't get cocky.
I'm fine with this because she will die now. But Mundo should have come a little bit earlier. I agree though. They just Yumi pop off? Oh my god, Yumi's so broken. Did my exhaust go into the Oran?
Not a problem. Enemy slain.
Because if it did go into the Oran, it's kinda rough. We'll just say supportive, because we're stupid.
Set sail.
I need to leave or I'll die. Actually, Evelyn didn't even come. That's funny.
I know what I'm doing.
Like, casual players had no idea esports was even a thing. Like, nobody had any idea. And even advertising it, like, people just didn't really care. Like, where are we playing now? Am I? Okay, I guess I'm going down there. Here's what it is. I guess we are side laying misfortune, friends. We should be okay against. Ah, well.
No prey, no pay.
Oh, Yumi has left us. We're on our own now.
Set sail.
Killing spree. Middle turret is under attack. Ally slain.
We have to leave immediately after this tower.
Step 2.
Well, they were faster than I thought. Unlucky. It's funny how she does no damage. Fuck Blitzcrank. The respawn was a tiny bit faster than I expected. Unfortunate incidents. But it will not matter at all. I still have my flash, so...
Not a problem.
It's fine. Just a scrim.
The fun begins.
The fuck is Blood doing? Emotional gaming. I don't have exhaust. Evelyn comes. Evelyn kills me. Can I bully? What are we doing now, friends? Do we just buy Zhonya's? So we don't die like a pig? Okay, we just buy Zhonya's. And we'll not press it anyway. Just a scrim.
Step 2. I always shoot first.
Just a scrim. There's a Blitzcrank here. I've seen him. So I will leave. Hello.
Not a problem.
Zoomy.
She leashed it away from me. What a demon. She is a very brave human.
Don't get cocky.
I will not go there. Like, it's not my job to defend this. Like, guys, we see so many people, we can just do whatever we want. He just used his jump.
Not a problem.
Oi, oi, oi. It's just a show on the cat. Like, we're not doing anything because our Mundo doesn't want to clear waves. I guess I'll just overextend and see what happens. Let's pray for the best. What can go wrong, right?
We got the zoomies.
Does he have TP? Yeah, he has TP.
Step 2.
Slain Baron Nashor.
Enemy team looks a bit sketchy. I will just go for this. I don't want to die.
Not a problem. Gun is blazing.
We got the zoomies.
Which little rat? Well, I have an adventure I must go on.
Set sail.
Well,
We got the zoomies.
Step 2.
I misclicked my Zonias. Oh shit. Oh no. I grieved so bad. I need to be shot in game. No, I need to wake up. 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 It needs to happen.
Aced.
We need to wake up.
Slain the dragon.
We need to breathe and wake up. Enemy Ignite was just too powerful. We just blame it on Ignite being broken. Yeah, I just realized it. Well, he said yoink. It was funny as fuck. Oh shit, my brain is literally not here.
Set sail. Not a problem.
Zoomies.
I got so much gold from just ult.
I like that.
Just 200 gold from having my ult tickle them.
Meet new friend.
Just tickling them, bro. What do you mean?
Don't get cocky.
Engage. Engage. Slain.
That is not good.
Not a problem.
Enemy killing.
Sko needed to veil me. Like, It's fine, we still might win. Or maybe not. Oh, we know we lose. Ha! Unlucky. Tiny little incident. How can I have thoughts on a server I've never played on? I'm running... It doesn't really matter. I want crit as fast as possible. If I delay my crit, I deal less damage. Why would I... Okay. Why would I make an account on a server I cannot play on? Just ask yourself. Why would I do so? Okay, yeah, let's take a look. Yeah. But the same applies to my Ascent Reaver. It increases the base damage of my ability by 22.5% damage and fixes my mana issues. So going Infinity Edge actually lowers my damage. If I wasn't such a disgusting griefer, I would just win this game, but it is what it is. And even if I could, why would I play on a server with 200 to 300 ping? I always lose if I don't have enough crit, because I never crit if I don't have enough crit. Because I'm a little pig, you know? I'm a pig. Damn, what a true warrior of the night. The Yumi gamer. I'd be curious to see if they had wards like below me. Supercell invented AP Geyser jungle since release. Well, welcome to WildRift. You do something, and first you're being laughed at, and then eventually it turns out to be good and nobody cares. I play AD carry, Ebb and Yasuo, because I will not be able to play against Yasuo if I have an AD carry. Because wind wall and he goes tank items and my life is miserable.
Quest accepted! Wait, where are we going?
The rodent. Is this going to be a Conqueror game? Let me see. But I like printing money. We need to wake up. Good day to you. I go overgrowth on everything. I need to touch my mouse, it's doomed. No, Grasp is useless on Senna. Grasp is literally useless on this Ana. I should go resolve first tree, but, well, it's what it is. I will never blind pick Kai'Sa in my life. Because Kai'Sa's laning phase is absolutely terrible if anyone is human. Any donators? Thank you, good sir. Thank you, thank you. Enjoy your stay. Get this lovely Rammus emote.
Welcome to WildRift.
Bone plating, if you don't buy HP item, it's not that worth.
Just point me to
I'll
the
buy,
direction.
like I'm Ezreal, I'll have Trinity Force at some point. And I will have Rift Maker, so I have HP items. No? Holy shit, I just walked through that bomb. Not giving a single fuck.
When
What
you've
can
got
I do?
talent, there's no such thing as a lucky shot.
Oh, he got hit again.
Time for a true
Oh, we are
display
living
of
in his
skill.
head. Oh my god, we are literally in their heads. They can't play.
Who needs a map? I'm not even breaking a sweat.
Yeah, good sir. You're playing the lane, I swear. I'll allow you to
I'm at
play.
my best when the world's on the brink of annihilation.
Huh?
Tell me the odds. I dare you. Sounds dangerous. I'm in. Down here. Gauntlet, let's clear a path.
Retreat from the enemy champion.
The gauntlet's for show. The talent's all me. I'll make this look easy.
Leona's gonna look for a flank or something. There's no way she's gonna be happy with this state. Yeah, okay.
When you've got talent, there's no such thing as a lucky shot. Time for a true display of skill. Who needs a map? I'll make this look easy.
You have slain an enemy.
Oh, a plan. Yeah, I totally have one of those.
Danger.
Like, why? You knew this. Like, you knew this was gonna happen.
Sounds dangerous. I'm in.
Can I look at this here somewhere? Camera panning sensitivity. Here. Aiming. Camera pan.
The gauntlet's for show. The talent's all me. Tell me the odds. I dare you. I'm at my best when the world's on the brink of
Wait, I thought it was an enemy. Hold up. Why did I think this TF was an enemy?
I'm not even
What?
breaking a sweat. Oh,
In my brain, it was an enemy.
Yeah, I totally
Holy
am.
shit, I'm actually dumb as fuck.
Blast 'em, gauntlet.
Brother? Holy shit, I'm dumb as fuck. The fuck?
The
Yeah, but do you
gauntlet's for
think
show.
GM players know how to
Talent's
wave
all
manage? Hell no. Like, look at them, they just hit the wave for fun.
I'm at my best when the world's on the brink of annihilation. Blast him, Gauntlet. Time for a true display of skill.
Under attack.
When you've got talent, there's no such thing as a lucky shot.
Herald. The enemy team has slain the dragon.
Gauntlet, let's clear a path.
On my way.
Sounds dangerous. I'm in.
Umbra.
Destroyed.
I'm not even breaking a sweat. I'm at my best when the world's on the brink of annihilation.
On my way.
This is really worth 10 times the asking price.
Seeing
Who needs a map? Blast him, Gauntlet. I'll make this look easy. Oh, a plan. Yeah, I totally have one.
Such an obvious bait.
I'm not even breaking a sweat.
Denies home guard. Ah, we know where they are from my ult, so we get this for free.
Gauntlets for show. The talent's all me.
Allies slain.
Gauntlet, let's clear a path. I'm at my best when the world's on the brink of annihilation. Who needs a map? Blast him, Gauntlet.
Bottom turret is under attack. Enemy turret destroyed. Enemy killing spree.
Cool guys never look
On
back
my
at
way.
explosions.
Turret is under attack.
Gauntlet,
Bottom
let's
turret
clear
is
a
under
path.
Enemy slain.
The Gauntlet's for show. The
Slain.
talent's all me.
Enemy slain.
Can't go for more, it's too dangerous.
Blast him, Gauntlet. Oh, a plan. Yeah, I totally have one of those.
The fuck?
When you've got talent, there's no such thing as a lucky shot.
I want to go top and get the tower, but yeah, I'll stay here. I'll stay here until I have Essence Reaver.
Tell me the odds. I dare you. Down here. Sounds dangerous. I'm in. Time for a true display of skill.
Engage.
I can reset for item here, and then we play dragon.
When you've got talent, there's no such thing as a lucky shot.
Do 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 do. No, my red bow. We should play for mid pro first, and
I'll
then
make this look easy.
after mid pro we play for dragon.
Blast them, gauntlet. The gauntlet's for show. Talent's on me. Blast them, gauntlet. I'm not even breaking a sweat. Oh, a plan. Yeah, I totally have one of those. Time for a true display of skill. Down here.
1 HP, so close. That was smart, he kept his W, so my shift was pointless. Should I go for... Nah, I shouldn't, I shouldn't. I think I'll go for attack speed now because I feel like it's really sluggy.
I'm at my best when the world's on the brink of annihilation.
I mean, you can just... Maybe I can... Easy. Get my stacks.
Yeah, I totally have one.
Slain an enemy.
Blast them, gauntlet. I'm at my best when the world's on the brink of annihilation. Tell me the odds. I dare you.
No, that does still damage. Like, it doesn't get cancelled.
The gauntlet's for show.
50 gold.
Talent's on me.
Yoink!
Ally slain.
I'm not even breaking a sweat.
Ally slain.
Who needs a map?
I will not give them mid tower for free.
Gauntlet, let's clear a path.
On my way.
Sounds dangerous. I'm in. Into the eye. I dare you. When you've got talent, there's no such thing as a lucky shot. Time for a true display of skill. Name's Ezreal. E-Z. Oh, you're dead. Blast them, gauntlet.
Don't have stasis, so I need to be careful.
The gauntlet's for show. The talent's on me. I'm not even breaking a sweat. Sounds dangerous. I'm in.
I think I'll do it like
really
this.
Worth 10 times the asking price. I'm at my best when the world's on the
I
brink
think
of
this is the best.
annihilation.
Engage.
Gauntlet, let's clear a path. When you've got talent, there's no such thing as a
I'm
lucky
out of the
shot.
fight, I can't rejoin.
Enemy slain.
Gauntlets for show. The talent's all me. I'll make this look easy. Who needs a map? Blast him, Gauntlet. When you've got talent, there's no such thing as a lucky shot. I'm at my best when it was on the brink of annihilation. I'll make this look easy. Now I'm here.
The dragon.
Sounds dangerous. I'm in. Now I'm here. Time for a true display of skill. Blast him, Gauntlet. Oh, a plan. Yeah, I totally have one of those.
I don't have Zonya, so I'm vulnerable, like I can die. So that's I need to keep that in mind because I can't make a play. Because if I make a play I just die.
Blast him, Gauntlet. The Gauntlet's for show. The talent's
I have
all
flash soon, so it's fine.
me. Gauntlet, let's clear a path.
It's a free kill. They can't respond fast enough.
Now I'm here. Who needs a map? I'll make this look easy.
What a terrible Zonya is.
Name Ezreal. E.
Umbra.
I'm not even breaking a sweat. Blast him, Gauntlet.
I just walk around. Not taking the risk, I'll heal off Elder.
Oh, a plan. Yeah, I totally have one of those. Now I'm here.
Right.
Tell me about it. I'm the brink of annihilation. Now I'm here.
Oh! Whoopsie!
Enemy slain.
Blast him, Gauntlet. Time for a true display of skill. Gauntlet's for show. The talent's all me. Now I'm here. Gauntlet, let's clear a path. Who needs a map?
Your team has slain the Elder Dragon.
This is really worth 10 times the asking price.
Allies slain.
Riven? Mod check?
Blast him, Gauntlet. I'm at my best when the world's on the brink of annihilation. I'll make this look easy.
Attack Baron. Attack Baron.
Oh, a plan. Yeah, I totally have one.
Bottom turret is under engage.
When you've got talent, there's no such thing as a lucky shot.
Into the fray.
Blast him, Gauntlet.
Danger. Engage.
Sounds dangerous. I'm in.
I need to go to Nash as fast as possible. Just so I'm there. That one was gonna hurt.
Now I'm here. When you've got talent, there's no such thing as a lucky shot. Blast him, Gauntlet. The Gauntlet's for show. The talent's on me. Blast him, Gauntlet. Tell me the odds. I dare you. Blast him, Gauntlet. Blast him, Gauntlet.
I am over.
Gauntlet for show. Talent's on me. Time for a true display of skill. Blast him, Gauntlet. Now I'm here.
My god, this griefing needs to stop, my dudes.
Sounds dangerous. I'm in. Blast him, Gauntlet. I'm not even breaking a sweat. I'm at my best when the world's on the brink of annihilation.
Nobody is playing the game.
Into the fray.
Nobody's playing the game. It's so crazy how nobody's playing. It's so embarrassing. Like, they're so dumb. Like, they're all so terrible at the game.
Middle turret is under attack.
I was hiding.
Attack the Elder Dragon. Your team has stolen the Elder Dragon. Rampage.
Tell me the odds. I dare you.
You have slain an enemy. Shut
Blast
down.
him, Gauntlet. When you've got talent, there's no such thing as a lucky shot.
Attack Baron. Attack the turret. Attack the turret.
Who needs a map?
Enemy turret destroyed. On my way.
I'm
It's crazy how bad the people are. It's just crazy how bad they are.
This is really worth 10 times the asking price.
Easy kill. He won't notice. He will die. Nah.
I'm at my best when the world.
His veil came up. Are you serious? His veil came up.
Now I'm here.
Nah, you can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. His veil came up. Nah. That is just crazy to me.
Yeah, I totally have one. Time for a true display of skill.
That is just crazy to me. Like, can we not constantly die everywhere? Can we just play together once?
Turret lost.
Blast 'em, Gauntlet. The Gauntlet's for show. The talent's all me. Blast 'em, Gauntlet. The Gauntlet's for show. The talent's all me. I'm at my best when the world's on the brink of annihilation.
I mean, I'm not in threat, like I'm not in danger of dying.
Now I'm here. Blast 'em, Gauntlet. Who needs a map? Tell me die. I dare you. Blast 'em, Gauntlet. Blast 'em, Gauntlet. Blast 'em, Gauntlet. Time for a true display of skill.
Like, honestly speaking, what is my job this game? Like, what am I supposed to do? I'm like supposed to do everything or what? Sad.
Sounds dangerous. I'm in. I'll make this look easy.
Enemy slain. Engage.
Blast 'em, Gauntlet. The Gauntlet's for show. The talent's all me.
Dominating.
Tell me the odds. I dare you. Now I'm here. When you've got talent, there's no such thing as a lucky shot. Blast 'em, Gauntlet.
I'm misdragged. I'm bad.
I'm at my best when the world's on the brink of annihilation.
Enemy slain.
Gauntlet, let's clear a path.
Slain.
What?
Enemy turret destroyed.
What killed me? Huh? What? I died instantly. Holy shit. Ah, we lost the game because he ran it down.
Slain.
Who needs a map? Now I'm here. Blast them go. Oh, a plan. Yeah, I totally have one of those. Now I'm here. I'm not even breaking a
I died
sweat.
so fast. I thought I was safe, but I wasn't.
I'm at my best when the world's on the brink of annihilation. Time for a true display of skill.
Engage.
Blast 'em, Gauntlet. The gauntlet's for show. The talent's all me. Tell me, God, I dare you.
I don't know where Twitch is. I'm afraid of Twitch. Oh, PC, okay. Like, this game is such a
Who needs a
pain.
map?
He's dead.
Gaze upon the moon.
Oh, a plan. Yeah, I totally have one of those.
I don't have Zonius for Twitch. It is kind of rough.
I'm not even breaking a sweat. I'm in.
They just griefed.
Gauntlet, let's clear a path.
I'll show damage, don't worry. I was paid to swap to WildRift from PC. My teammates are literally clueless as to how to play the game. Yeah, WildRift bought me. Nope, no one AFK, but they're all like gigahertz stuck people, so yeah. Ooh, oh. Like, look. 772 games. 800 games. 800 games, like they're all really bad players. Not even funny. What's a good combo? Senna for Duo, Gragas is insane. Like, basically any mage is really good. Are you allowed to comment on devs leaving Riot to focus on office and yes, because I'm not officially like part of Riot. I can just say whatever I want. Basically, since they stopped operating esports in the West, they like there's not much that needs to be done in the West for WildRift to be functional. So why would they employ 50 people or more, I don't know, for the Western Hemisphere? Like, it doesn't make any sense, because what are they doing? If everything is based on China, why should there be so much exclusive staff for the Western part of WildRift? Good combo for Kai'Sa, Nautilus, Thresh, anything that all ins for you. For Diana, Raw, Decap, Boots give you 400 AP with getting Water and be good for all the Europe. Yes, getting Void is really good because of how much damage you deal. Don't forget you have Sudden Impact, you also could go for Prophet's Pendant. And Boots of Mana, then you just deal true damage to the people. That screenshot item is season with the Mara, Lilia, or the third time. The issue is Lilia really needs AP. I think you're referring to PC, where you go like some tanky build, right? But the issue is you don't really get tanky in this game. Your best kind of shot is to run Overgrowth. And then for your later itemization, when you have all your core items, like everything, like Liandry's, Riftmaker, Rabadon, Void, and then for your last item, if you have Overgrowth stacked up, you can go for like a defensive item like this. Kaiser's win condition, being allowed to scale. And then hitting pot shots with Ws. Yeah, that's Lilia's biggest issue. She dies too fast. Lilia sadly dies too fast in this game. Yeah, Evelyn is broken. She's busted. Told you, friends. If Kaiser goes today, would you rank an 80 carry tier list? So, let's put this into perspective, okay? Kai'Sa is a very terrible laner. If we were to assume that we were playing in a perfect world, Kai'Sa isn't a good pick. Kai'Sa gets messed up by too many champions, right? In a world where people make constant mistakes, you will have an easier time snowballing with AD Kai'Sa, but you'll have a bigger issue finding impact with AD Kai'Sa. Because AP Kai'Sa compared to AD Kai'Sa will always find value in just spamming second ability. AD Kai'Sa will do so but deal substantially less damage. Cax Flavor make a jungle guide, how and when to gank. Number 1, full clear jungle. Number 2, don't go for ganks that are coin flip. Number 3, don't give a fuck about any scuttle crab. Number 4, if you fully clear your jungle, use your timers and mirror these timers on enemy side and play for invade and play off spike. Punish enemy mistakes, don't try to force things. Objectives are worthless in solo queue, dragons are meaningless, heralds are nice to have but you don't need them to win. The only objectives that are game deciding are Elder and Baron. And if you follow these kind of rules and play towards XP and gold, and focus on yourself, and not making too many mistakes, you will just climb. What you can do instead of completing Rabadon 3rd is having Zhonya's. Because Zhonya's is basically the crutch you have, because you're allowed to have like one major, like you have, in a sense of having layered defenses, you have Flash, and you have Zhonya's. So you have another layer you can use. Also, free Drakes are a huge pain in the ass. Yes, but only if people play remotely normal. Like, for example, did you see the last game we played? Have you seen what Riven and Fizz, and TF were doing? They were running around the map cluelessly and getting picked off. The same applies to enemy champions. Was this Phaeton? Real Phaeton? I don't know. I think so. And if you think about this, in solo queue, in reality, they won't matter much. What AD carry would you recommend for solo queue? Corki. What is an actual secret champ build that you think must be balanced but no one have noticed? You mean must be unbalanced? I think Senna is very unbalanced as a champion. If you go like full tanky items and it's completely goes unnoticed. I believe, for example, on certain AD carry champions, Gluttonous Grease, Bloodthirster Rush, and Bloodline is overtuned. And people are sleeping on it. What's I do get sometimes, but someone I've succeed always. Then it's how you approach fights, right? Like, for example, in the stream you saw me say, or hear me say, I don't have Flash, I can't play. I don't have Zhonya's, I can't play. Which means I need to approach the fight fundamentally different, which means on Lilia, for example, you only play with E, and then you pan camera and wait for enemy to use cooldowns, and then you walk up for 1Q and you bounce again. Like, you play completely around cooldowns. You can't really all in. I think I've also played a Lilia game on stream where exactly that is showcased. Amaranth or the heal item? It depends on how tanky you are already, right? Because Amaranth obviously grants you more resistances, but the healing item could help you if the enemy doesn't have anti-healing, for example. Like, it's really a question of what you believe and how the fights will play out and how to itemize. What happened to Janna rework, by the way? Is it still coming this patch? I have no idea. Did I lose? Did I not win? No, I won. I won, no? Runes for Ezreal. Let's see what I've saved here. Yeah, this is what I have saved. Oh wait, I need to. Yeah. Is Kraken say AP Kai'Sa underrated? No, because how, like, if you get to auto attack frequently, then Lethal or Conqueror will have more value than Kraken because of how much AP you have, and then the conversion into Rabadon from the Conqueror, and the Omnivamp you also gain on top. Can I see your Kai'Sa runes? I probably have to do them on this account. Yeah, because I still haven't done them, but I can. I have one slot left. And last slot you can make a decision, like you go this or that. Like it really matters what you believe you need, right? Like, so you just fill these with your last slots. And for runes, this. As an explanation, if you can auto attack a lot, Lethal Tempo and Brutal will help you deal a lot of extra damage. If you can't auto attack at all, you would go Conqueror and Gathering Storm. I'm doing fine, just sitting in queue. What about you? Giant Slayer scales with enemy bonus HP. Yep, it's not dependent on your HP, it's just enemy's HP. And for example, like every 50 HP the enemy gains, you deal 1% extra damage up to 14, which is at 700. Twitch build, please. And your last item is flexible. I think that also works. I can just go with this like this. That's fine. Ah, why do you need smite? Like something like this. Last item is flexible, and you can also change up the positioning of Leandre and Riftmaker. Did you restart your device? With AP Kaiser, you'll have an easier time. You know it's not his build when you see collect. That's factual. Can you tell me why team flame me when I play harmonic on Senna? I still heal him a lot. Okay. Let's take a look at that. Okay. So you're playing Senna. Okay. So your healing and damage scales with AD. Building any type of AP loses your value. At the same time, the item doesn't provide you with anything you want outside of the one-time effect that you only get on casting heals and the mana and ability haste of that item. But you can just go for a normal AD build that helps you deal more damage, and then you need to heal less because you deal more damage because the enemy dies fast and therefore less healing is required. You're welcome. I go 80 lifesteal versus squishy enemy. I ulti damage. Yeah, it also works. Do you have a Jinx build? No, but I can think of one. Where's Jinx? Like this is highly experimental, okay? And last item is flexible. Like something like this. Does Frozen Heart stack if 5 members of the same team have it? I don't think it does because it's a unique passive. Unique passives don't stack. Which champion is the gluttonous BT viable? Let me open up the 80 carry tab. And let's go through, okay? It's viable on Jhin. It's stupid game. It's viable on Jhin. It's viable on Neela. It's viable on Xayah. It's viable on Draven. It's viable on Samira. For the rest, I have to still look out for it, because I don't necessarily know. No, I don't main AD carry, but I mainly play bot lane because it's such a broken role. And other than this, I just play jungle if I want free LP. Do you have a Lucian mid lane build? Like, I'm not a fan of Lucian right now. What items do I have here? Like, if you're playing mid lane, you need to survive, right? So this can already be very dangerous for you having these two items. I don't know if you want like the issue is with Lucian, like there are so many crit items you want, right? You want this crit item, you want this crit item, but you also want Navori, right? And now you're at a point where like, I now need something that like gives me tankiness, right? Because you just die. Like you can also like do it like, oh shit. Jungle diff. It's massive. Where are my items? I'm blind. Yeah, you can also think about this item like here. But the issue is, you don't have attack speed, you're super squishy, you deal a lot of damage, but you just die, right? That's the issue. Hello. Welcome, cat with a gun. Does Jinx build play around the attack speed for the first ability or the extra damage? The Jinx build utilizes, like the idea behind the build is having high AD on champions that either have an attack speed steroid, such as Jinx, Xayah, etc., or just don't have anything to do with attack speed, like Jhin. You just want the raw AD from boots and BF, which is 1400 plus 1500 gold, which is 2900 gold, which is 35 plus 40 AD. And if the game in Lucian's case here would be bad for you, you could think about this and but you see, you have issues with items. Like, what items do you want to go for and how much can you tank? Because you always have to make room for either dealing damage or surviving. And if you strictly need to survive, then most of the time you might even go for cleaver. Like, that's the issue with Lucian. There are so many items he needs, but cannot really get. Is Stormrazor any good? The issue with Stormrazor is it doesn't grant you healing. The damage it grants you is nice and all, but the issue is you need to think about your build as a flowchart. What does your champion need? And what does your champion desire? I saw many Lucian comp with Monument, BC, Borg. Yeah, it's playable. Like your champion is a dominating, like it's very brutally dominating in mid lane, right? Because you're a ranged champion that's a bully. And with this in mind, you can use this, but obviously you will deal less damage. Like, you're not meant to be a carry with this build. You're more like a chess piece that's designed to get priority mid lane to then make a play somewhere else. Stormrazor falls off quickly? Yes. My MF build? Yeah, no problem. Where is my MF? Where is she? Here. And obviously, you know, you can just exchange these items. And you can also have this, oops. You can also have these swapped around. Because you always need to see my champion, like for example, your Lucian, you need mana. Okay. You need ability haste. Okay. What do you need as a close range AD carry to stay in fights? Sustain. So you need to basically go with the checkmark of how to maximize uptime in fights and therefore itemize. If you believe that the enemy can kill you, I would suggest something that makes you tankier. If you believe that the enemy cannot kill you, I believe you can go crit. Nash's Xayah's? Hell no. Hell no. Xayah desires crit items. Too much. Can you explain the MF build? Your champion is very fast and utilizes boots brutally well by just poking enemies. Your first item is Essence Reaver to fix your mana issues and amplify your damage on ult and Q. Your second item is IE because you have enough of a steroid with your second ability if you use it well, because proccing your passive refreshes the cooldown. Therefore you have the attack speed steroid most of the time, which means you don't need attack speed items. Then afterwards you can go for lifesteal if you need it, or pen. Stormrazor Stormrazor is a cool item to get ahead, but that's the only thing it does for you. Is building on Jin first item bad? I see people go Ghostblade. Go try rush Gluttonous Greaves into Bloodthirster. Try it. Do you get Ghost, Ignite, Barrier, Exhaust on Lilia on lane? Lilia on lane? Excuse me? Excuse me? Yeah, I'll play Misfortune because enemy picked Yuumi. Because I'll not play a champion that's interactive, that's interacting with them. Because it's a waste to interact with enemy Yuumi lane.
Fortune doesn't favor fools.
But if you were to go laning Lilia, then I think Exhaust would probably be your best pick because it's like the enemy kills you. And your way of stopping this would be Exhaust. Sona isn't good, but Sona is good into Yuumi. Like, this is what I mean. Like, some champions, tier list wise, are very high and others are low, but champions can be very good into one single champion that doesn't matter. And Sona is very good into Yuumi. I played Draven on stream. Nice try. I play Little Lane, most people like stunned people see my camps anymore in jungle, they just see attack and wait for. I mean, that's the thing is you can't really do anything about them griefing, right? Yuumi is a champion that forces you not to interact in lane because every time you interact, you lose. Because she outsustains you. But Sona is a champion that benefits from non-interaction. So unless you pick heavy all in to shut down the Yuumi, you can just pick a champion that chills.
Minions have spawned.
Not a problem. I always shoot first. Don't get cocky. No prey, no pay. Step 2.
My first drag is on cooldown, it's a tragedy.
Bang.
Enemy slain.
As you see, we are not interacting, like we're just bullying them.
Enemy slain. Top turret is
Okay, we need to crash this as fast as possible.
The fun begins.
And now we leave. Because we saw Pantheon, so we just reset. Okay! He's dropping the big one! Thank you!
Set sail.
I pick tanks and try to bully when they go Yuumi, Workflow and Diamond. Yes, Yuumi is a champion that's bound to lane early game, right? And you can just punish her if she makes mistakes. But if you don't want to do this, you can also go for the scaling wall. Like right now I can just take trades, because it doesn't matter, right? I have Gluttonous Grease and a Sona. And because the enemy wants to reset now, I can just establish a lane position that's beneficial for me, because I have reset. And as I reset, the Pantheon is now on the other side of the map, because he griefed. Like, this Pantheon is griefing now.
I always shoot first. Not a problem. The fun begins.
We are getting so much time. Like, they're getting completely owned on every level. I will die. I shouldn't have done so. Oh, I executed. Worth it. Oh. We should have been happy with what we've gotten. It was really bad. Doesn't Vayne scale harder than MF though? Actually, she doesn't. I will kill Vayne at every point of the game. She gets too close to me. I will literally insta-kill Vayne. Wait, what's Blood doing? I will insta-kill Vayne. I should have gone for anti-healing. I'm stupid. I forgot.
I always shoot first.
It's crazy how much time the Pantheon spent down here.
Set sail. Bang.
I'm afraid of Pantheon ult.
Step 2.
We can't walk. Oh, Pantheon is up there. I'm blind. My bad.
Top turret is under attack.
The fun begins.
Enemy slain. Enemy double kill.
We just murdered her, as you saw.
Enemy killing spree. Enemy slain. Ally slain. Shut down.
Don't get cocky.
No. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. We will be completely off tempo if we go for this. Deadly.
Set
Turret
sail.
is under attack. Attack the Rift Herald. Slain the dragon.
Don't get cocky.
The team has slain the Rift Herald. Ally slain.
Vayne. Vayne players, bro. They think they can win. Vayne is such a worthless champion, it's funny.
Turret destroyed.
You've got dangerous eyes.
Oh, Vayne players, man.
two.
Vayne players, bro. That is too funny.
Top turret. Turret lost.
Set sail.
Slain.
Give me gold.
Bang.
Turret destroyed.
No prey, no
Vayne is
pay.
so useless. I love it. You just one tap her. I wait until the next wave comes before I kill this wave.
Don't get cocky.
Turret lost.
Yeah, it was a very good call that I did so, because otherwise I would have died to him. I get another wave for free. Really nice.
Bang.
He waits here the entire time. He's so cringe, bro. Z players are so cringe, man. But he dies. Deserved.
Down.
Pig.
That's what you
If
get
I have
for
exhaust, I
trying.
just kill him. But, well, I don't. So I die. The thing is, Vayne doesn't deal damage. Like, Vayne needs to hit 50 times, and if I just Q, it's already more damage. Does he dodge? Oh, faker.
Not a problem.
Yeah, FF.
Slain. Bottom turret is under.
Very unfortunate, friends. The enemy live with 1 HP. Because they have this Yumi champion. And we are refusing to play the game. Because our Lee Sin is running around the map cluelessly. Not farming, not doing anything, losing the game when we are hardcore stomping.
The fun begins.
Team has slain the
Don't get cocky.
Yeah, well played, Lee Sin. You certainly are human.
Do the thing, Shadow.
We have to just group up and play together. It's just how it goes.
Set sail.
We just have to constantly rotate together.
Finally. The part where I get to lead.
I want to share my gold with people because I can't go alone. Like Zed will come here and kill me again.
retreat from the enemy champion. On my way.
I can buy Zhonya's now, so I can play. Fix bot wave. Now I hope this fight here breaks out, so we can just stomp them.
Don't get cocky.
Like, our Lee Sin is not playing the game, he's completely clueless.
The fun begins.
Like, it's not even fun what he does. We just saw Lee Sin got buffed, Lee Sin broken, gotta play. Yep. Yep, our Lee Sin is not a human. But guys, they can't be on it.
Step two. I always shoot first. Set sail.
I messed up. Yep, that is my fault. They all die if my flash isn't terrible.
Not a problem.
They all die if my flash isn't terrible.
Guns blazing.
No. I don't. Lee Sin is a champion that loves playing against terrible players. Champion itself isn't broken. He's just annoying. He has much counterplay. People just don't use any of it at all, at any point.
Step two.
Retreat from Baron.
Can our team please walk in there? Hello?
Not a problem. The fun begins.
Like guys, we saw them. We can just run down mid lane. What the fuck is...
Don't get cocky. I always shoot first.
Has slain Baron Nashor.
Fixed wave before I went. That's really good. We get a free kill here as well.
The fun begins. Step two.
Engage.
Not a problem.
Do the big shadow.
Set sail.
Enemy turret destroyed. Victory.
Ay, ay, ay.
Cade, see if I care.
Redon did really well. Who do you think is the best solo queue jungler? The most consistent one? I think it's like if you play a good Kha'Zix, Kha'Zix will be your most consistent winner. Evelyn, if you're really good. Kayn is a little bit more difficult. Oh yeah, I want to see La Jungla. This game was rough, I played really bad. Yeah, I don't know what this man is doing. I don't know what this... Guys, Lee Sin is broken now. We need to play Lee Sin. We need to play Lee Sin, guys. He's broken now. Where even did he play Lee Sin? Look, Lee Sin is broken now. Look at him. No, she actually doesn't. Number one, nobody knows how to properly use control balls against Eve inside of a team fight. Number two, you have one of the most consistent diving tools by fully clearing your jungle into just diving anyone you want to see dead. And number three, as game progresses, it doesn't matter unless they have literally a control ward every single place around them. You will have enough time to instantly kill somebody. And every single time in solo queue, people run it down. And you get free kills. How to improve on mid? I'm so bad this season. Understand your goal. Like, what does your champion want to do? For example, if you're Ahri, you don't want to sit in lane and AFK, right? You want to push lane, you want to get your boots of mana, and then you just want to influence the map. For example, Orianna wants to chill in lane. Galio is a good champion if you are not trusting in your mechanical skill. For mid lane. I play champions that I believe are good in that game. And I strictly pick for matchup. Gwen, jungle, dispatch, too slow. I play Zoe, Arya, Akali, Yone. Why am I bad at Yone? I don't have got it on a farm. The easiest explanation or easiest thing you can do. Take a look at how you die. Why do you die? The thing is, Max, who said that you need to fully complete the roam? Why don't you just like vanish into Fog of War to then see what the enemy does? In a perfect world, the enemy bot lane will or top lane will respect your roam and back off, even though you're not moving. You're just in like next to your lane in Fog of War, and then when the enemy laner, your laner, moves a little bit up, like too far up, you just punish the laner. Yeah, my MMR is apparently too high, Hopium. Yeah. My MMR is cucking me, friends. Can't win. What is tank? What is VB? I know Vi. What is VB? Ah, Volibear. Volibear is a good champion. I didn't think it would be Volibear. Lamau. Volibear is also a good, like he's a champion that can still be very proactive, right? He can dive, he has a good jungle clear, and he can snowball games as well. If that is more your style, you can also play like this. The only issue with the Volibear is he's easily kited, depending on enemy champions. Who do you think is the best support for solo queue that can carry teammates? Karma. Yeah, the thing is, even if they don't care, you can still use this to your advantage, because you're not losing much, and you're gaining something. Because the enemy is more likely to make a mistake if they don't see you, because they don't have the concept of object permanence, which you're constantly seeing in your own ranked games. Like, if somebody vanishes in Fog of War, people will forget about them existing. And that is something you will abuse. How do you get off? How do you get off Emerald 1? You start playing for yourself. You can also book a coaching session if you want to, and we take an in detail look at what you're doing and what you're doing wrong and what you could be doing better. What do you think about Yasuo this patch? Absolutely annoying. I hate him. If I play AD carry, I ban this champion. Sko will leave in a few minutes, and then I'll probably do some React stuff, maybe. I've used comment. You want to see something? Hold up. Do you see the top champion up there? I think I can relate when it comes to abusing karma, you know? Just a tiny bit, you know? You basically start with defensive boots. Wait, let me see if they have it on the champion leaderboards. Where is Yasuo? Let's see. Yeah. Wait, no. Wait. This is the champion leaderboard. I'm absolutely dumb. Where is Yasuo? Is he down this far down? You see? These first 3 items. Here. These first 3 items. And after these 3 items, you go for something else. Like, you don't need this, right? You go for these first 3 items, though. So let me cook it up for you. Hold up. You're welcome. WildRift is already on 4.3C. Yep. Total time you've been streaming or listening to you and how irritated it's. No, you don't wish you would be playing. I can tell you that if you play on a Decade account, it's the most disturbing thing ever. Like, if I play on my Smurf, like, I will not be playing normal Smurf games. It's just insufferable because people are running it down constantly. It's easier to climb a master, that's for sure, because games are a little bit different. Coaching is 40 euros for like 1 hour. No, wait, this is... So basically this would be your core, right? And then you go for anything you need. Like for example, if you need more sustain, you will go for this. If you need more damage, you would go for this. And then you fill these item slots with tank items. Because you're fully functional. On these items, you'd be fully functional. And you can think about tank items here. Like if you're playing into full AD, you can think about this. You can even think about this. You can even think about this. It really depends on what you're facing. But it's just about like your core build, like your first 3 items, which is defensive boots, charge blade, and divine. Can you explain Immortal Shield Bow? You gain crit. When you drop below 35%, you gain a shield. My friends are also not that elo climbing. The thing is, playing alone is never really fun, right? And greetings back to Venezuela, by the way. When did Tank Yasuo became meta? Ever since these boots have been changed, right? They got so powerful that it's so easy for Yasuo with high base damage, because he has such high base damage, to just kill you. He will take longer, but he will not die, and therefore it's just more consistent. I can't look at your account because I need to have you added to look at your account. Static Shift and RC are basically dead items, yes. RC is a very niche item for very few select champions and very few select games. Oh, the runes, yeah, true. I think this. And boots, you would obviously, if you play the full magic damage, you play Mercury Treads, right? Yeah, generally speaking, Masters is easier than Emerald. That is true. The only difference is if you have a very high MMR count, then the games are basically the same from whatever point you play on. For example, my Smurf. Atrox is fine for solo queue. Like, I'll show you my Smurf account on which I play Phil. Winning sucks. Here. Look. This is my Smurf account on which I play Phil, right? And it's the games are basically the same I play on my main. There's not much of the difference. The thing is, in every single game you'll have teammates that are completely brain dead. Like for example, last game, both the Ornn and the Lee Sin were completely brain dead. But the Vex was really playing well. And the Vayne was just a griefer. Like, look. This, like, you see? It's just a typical 80 carry Vayne player. He just tumbles in and dies, you know? Hello. Is there a WildRift API? No, not an official one. An iPad Pro 2020. Or 2021? I don't know. And when you look at stats, you have to always think, okay, like, for example, let's go on to my Phil account, because obviously my account here has played too much support. So, if you take a look, how much gold do you manage to gain? How much damage do you manage to deal? How many times do you die? Because you really need to understand that every single time you die is such a massive impact on the game. Like, every death costs you so much. Yeah, I know the Vex. How do you manage your lane? First you identify if you can win by enemy's champion choice and what you can do. Do you think there's less players now that the previous seasons? There are less good players. Like, if you see, like, on these champions here, they all have very high gold, very high damage, very low deaths. Because if you die, it's doomed. For example, on this account, because you'll see here, on certain support champions, I don't have as much gold, right? Compared to like a carry champion, I have way more gold. 4 to 8 times is already a lot. Did the good ones leave? If you are playing well, you get punished by the system. Like for example, we are currently getting punished by the system with long queues into very bad games. Is playing on iPad easier than iPhone? It depends on you completely. It completely depends on you. I'm playing on Europe and there's no real ideal GPM. On support, you should not be below 650, 700. Let's say 650. If you play a carry role, like an 80 carry, you should not be below 800 consistently. It's like the rough guidelines. Like let's look at Lewis, like Chronic, sorry. Yeah. Here, you see? On many champions, he is between 800 and 900. Yeah, I know Vex. Yeah. Look at him. There you go. Easy. Jungle GPM depends on your champion. If you play a tank, you'll have less GPM. If you play a first strike champion, you should have more GPM. If you're new to the game, and you're especially not very familiar with the controls, play an easy AD carry. A very easy AD carry is Jhin. A very easy AD carry is Misfortune. And Tristana. Like, these are like easy champions. Riot has a company policy that they don't really do advertisements for their games outside of very specific events. So the biggest advertisement you probably will receive and see will be around Arcane 2. And then the question is, do you translate the gold you gain into something beneficial for you? Like, is it even possible to find games? I mean, if it's a stupid strategy or not, there's nothing we can do about it, right? This here kind of works for Camille. Like here, this one kind of works. What happened to the original host on this page? I was always the original host. You're referring to Pro Guides, I believe. This is RiftGuides, it's different. AD carries are usually very bad players, I hate to break it to you. There's also something about itemization. Building defensive items doesn't always make you win. If you are ahead, building like an item that grants you defensive and offensive stats is very broken, but if you're behind, you often cannot allow yourself to build a defensive item. Because you will lack the damage to kill regardless. Think about this, you are losing, right? You're trying to prevent losing by going defensive, but you can't kill the enemy, so you're slowly losing. But you're still losing. However, if you are ahead, you're protecting your already higher stats by combining defensive and offensive stats to make you even stronger. Why did ProGuide stop the WildRift channel? Because there was no product. We offered to them to make a product for them. and they declined. And then they shut down the channel after State Space took over the channel. We will soon do... I think... Do we want to watch some Royal videos? Ah, okay. Yeah, but the issue is, Fresh as a champion doesn't completely carry the game because you're still dependent on your teammates, right? I run this channel with my friend Vindy. How did you learn to play all these roles so well? No, I played League PC for ages. And I'm the coach for other people. What do you mean? Why you can't let... I love Royal. Huh? I want to give him more exposure, if anything. Excuse me? Royal is a gem. How dare you? Why do you hate Royal so much? My dear Jesus. I don't play League PC anymore. I think I've made, like, there's a short on this channel for Volibear. I'm pretty certain I made a short about Volibear. I need to set everything up and then we... Who's a better player, you or Royal? Come on now. Courtesy says I have to say it's him. But we all know the truth, right? Right? Don't say something wrong. I don't miss League PC at all. Not a single second. That's the montage. That's Vigar. I can react to... Ah, there's so many videos. Perfect. Imagine saying the words Darkbreaker here. You're a criminal. Criminal. I don't think anyone in WildRift knows how to make guides properly, and I don't want to do them in the way where how I imagine them, because it would take me ages and nobody would watch it anyway. Do you say hi back to Roy whenever he introduces himself in his videos? No. No.
What?
Oh, okay. Okay, we stop the music. We open up the recording. Oh wait, how can I implement my chat into this? Can I even do this? Chat is here. Huh. How can I put my chat there? Can I just... Oh no, it's a full screen. Oh, okay, it doesn't work. It's doomed, guys. It is doomed. My setup doesn't work like this. Shit. Shit. It's sad. Well, I have to fix it eventually somehow. Did you say Strider or something? I can play jungle. We watched that. What do you think of recommended builds, Terrible? An hour long. Okay, like this is something. No guide in the world should be 1 hour long because there's nothing on this planet you need to explain for 1 hour, to get the idea across. What do you think of the said that? Okay. Now, we transition to Mr. Royal, and we do a quick check. Okay, we need to go a little bit thicker. This is perfect. Is there any color that's better? Yeah, that's better. Cool. What happened to Kangas, Nathan? That was a different channel. Like that was a different brand. Like this is this is Vindy's and my brand. It has nothing to do with has nothing to do with pro guides. But let's start with this stuff. Hello and welcome. Today we are going to take a look at Royal's Vigar gameplay. We are making some comments, analyzing it, and just enjoying the show. So let's get at it.
What is up YouTube, I'm Royal and today I'm gonna show you how to play one of my favorite champions, Vigar, the tiny master of evil.
Is the audio good?
Many of you guys know, especially if you followed me back in the day, I'm a big Vigar player. I was actually top
True.
in EU. Even if I didn't have too many games on him because I play like every champion, right? So I never get like high ranks on single champions, but with Vigar I was very high up because he's one of my favorite champions and I perform very well on him. I have an insane gameplay to show you in this video, but first let's talk about runes, build and summoner spells, starting off with your items. So on Vigar you're pretty much always gonna rush the Boots of Mana like you do in most mages because they're just so OP right now, and then you have the option of either going Luden's Echo or you can go Archangel stuff, the tier item. In some cases you can also go Rod of Ages, however most of the time I would stick to Archangels or Ludens because of the ability haste, which is super good on Vigar, so you can have your K job more often. And you can also get a lot more stacks of your passive, which grants you free AP when you have ability haste. So go Boots of Mana and then go Ludens or Archangels, and then you want to get Death Cap as your second item after Ludens or Archangels, almost always. Death Cap is so broken on Vigar because of how much AP you naturally get from your passive throughout the game. So Death Cap is a must get as a second item. I've actually even experimented with getting it right after Boots. However, I'm noticing the lack of ability haste and the lack of mana. So I think Luden's Echo or Archangels are great as a first item, and then Death Cap.
I actually thought about something about Vigar builds in general. The issue nowadays is you really need this item here, right? You really need Boots of Mana. It's very powerful. And then obviously you go for your second natural item. And now we come to the point where we need to make a choice. Since we already have extra pen from this item, Void Staff can unironically increase the damage we deal more than Rabadon's Death Cap. Rabadon's Death Cap might give us more AP, but since we deal such high numbers of damage, Void Staff can be better. And the next trick about a Vigar is in hyper late game, you want to exchange these boots to Lucidity boots. Because the only thing that is a problem with your champion as the game goes on is ability haste. You want more. And the little amount of AP you gain from these boots for like on your last item when you have your fully completed build is just nothing. You would rather enjoy getting Lucidity later on then, like exchanging these boots, and then have more haste because it's what your champion desires to do, because your entire champion's identity is playing around your stun. That's all your champion does, every single time. And for runes, this is basically a very lane-dominant rune page. He wants to really stomp laning phase. Like he runs Ignite, he runs Scorch, he runs cheap shot, he is really out for blood.
After that, you can go Void Staff if the enemies have a lot of magic resist and a lot of melee champions that just naturally get a lot of magic resist. If the enemies are very squishies, you can go for Infinity Orb. Movement speed is great on Vigar too, and Infinity Orb actually does give 5% movement speed. You also have the options of getting Bunch's Veil, because one of the only ways to deal with Vigar is to hard engage on him and one-shot him, because his cage just completely zones out most champions. So Bunch's Veil is a decent option. Versus very heavy AD, you can also go Crystalline Reflector. However, it's not a great item on Vigar. This is something you should only really get against like a really heavy AD. In general, you just have many different options. If you guys saw my video a while ago where I played Tank Vigar, you can also build some tanky items on Vigar because you get so much AP from your passive anyway that you don't necessarily need to keep building AP items. So something like Frozen Hard versus like heavy dive champions that attack you a lot. You could even go Amaranth's Twin Guard. You can go Iceborne Gauntlet. The slow from the auto attack makes it easier to hit your first ability. However, tank items are something that's more situational, and you really need to have a good understanding of how to play Vigar first. Let's move on to the runes. So after a lot of experimentation, the only really viable runes on Vigar are First Strike, Glacial Augment, and Electrocute. I'm having the most success with First Strike. However, I can definitely see how Glacial Augment can also be good, because you throw your cage, they're inside your cage, you auto-attack them to apply the Glacial Augment, and then it's easier to hit your first ability and second ability inside the cage when they're slowed. So I think there's an
Also, damage
argument to be
reduction is
made.
nice.
However, I definitely prefer First Strike so far. For your runes, I've been having most success with the Domination Tree to give you a little extra laning power, because this is where Vigar lacks the most. So I don't think that you should be maximizing his late game. Instead, you should try to get your damage as soon as possible, and then you will continue scaling very well. So I've been having most success with Scorch, Cheap Shot for when you catch people in your cage, and Eyeball Collector or Zombie Ward. Both choices are very good. And then lastly, I've been mostly going for Transcendence in easy matchups, like I did in this gameplay that you're about to watch, but you can also go into the Resolve Tree and take Bone Plating. You can even start with the Resolve Tree and take Bone Plating, take Nullifying Orb, and take Overgrowth or Perseverance. That is an okay choice as well, especially if you go a little tankier. However, you are gonna lack damage early. For summer spells, you're pretty much always gonna take Ignite and Flash. You can swap out Ignite for Barrier or Exhaust in certain matchups. We're currently Master Tier, 20 marks. We're making our way slowly to Grandmaster, but I haven't played too many games. Like most people that I play against have hundreds and hundreds of games already. However, we're still at like 220 games. Jumping into the gameplay, we're actually playing versus Swain, which is a decent matchup for us because Swain can't really punish me in lane, and that gives me an opportunity to just sit back, get my stacks as much as I can, get some extra gold from First Strike, and have a very passive laning phase and scale up. Most important thing on Vigar is you want to get as many stacks as you can. So every single minion that I don't get a stack with is kind of a minion wasted. So how do you get stacks on Vigar?
Very important, when, like, as you saw in his laning so far, every single time he does an auto attack on the enemy, and minions come, he spaces backwards. This is very important for you if casters are involved. If you, for example, walked up right here and auto-attack him here and extend the trade up there, these casters will just murder you. So what you do one auto-attack and you run away. And you think about the lane matchup. Like every single lane matchup you play, you categorize the following. You look at the enemy levels, 1, 2, 3. What does it do? Yeah? What spell does he have on level 1? In this case, he has the pull ability, which is his third ability. So on level 2, he most likely goes for the first ability, but we don't know. So he might still also go for his second ability. So with this in mind, we plan the matchup in our heads. If Swain uses his third ability and he misses the ability, it creates a window for us which you can use to walk up and hit him with our first ability and an auto attack and bounce again. We just leave. And we basically identify our matchups in a sense that we look at what the enemy is using, and then we use the cooldown to our advantage. At the same time, ideally speaking, if we have, for example, a control ward here, we create pockets on the laning phase which allow us to play aggressive and defensive at the same time. So, what does that mean? Let's just completely change up this lane into different quadrants, like 1, 2, 3, and 4. If you have a ward here that tells you that you're safe, and the enemy can only flash over this wall, if you're playing here, you're safe, because you know the enemy cannot get to you without you knowing. So every single time you move up to this quadrant here to take a small trade, you have to think there might be something coming and how likely is it to happen. And if you see the enemy on the other side, like here on this map, then you can play on the left hand side as aggressive as you want, because you can always escape the long way through here. Because the enemy can only run after you.
Obviously with kills and assists, and whenever you hit an enemy champion with an ability.
Spell is
if I
on
hit my
cooldown,
first or second ability
he can
on
do whatever he
Swain, I
wants
get a
again.
stack. I also get a stack every time I kill a minion with my first or second ability. So my laning phase is pretty clear. I want to trade with him as much as I can, because every time I hit him with abilities, I get AP. But I also want to make sure I'm last hitting as many minions as I can with my first and second ability. I don't want to spam my second ability too much, because it costs a lot of mana. However, I can definitely use my first ability to farm all the time. We're actually doing a good job trading, even though Vigar's early trades are really weak. But again, like I said, this is an easy matchup, and that's why I specifically picked Vigar for this matchup. Now that we have our...
So, let's take a look at what he's doing. Let's think about this. You have a natural urge to last hit minions to gain gold. This here, this HP bar of the minion is an objective for the enemy to gain. The reason why he's hovering his cage right now is to deny the Swain access to getting this CS. At the same time, he allows himself to then walk up here, and if the Swain walks too close, to use a spell on said minion, he can punish the Swain and get HP leads and put him into lethal range. Or at least make living like life hell for him. But there's something happening, like he's forcing the enemy to trade HP for the gold or give up the CS. By just placing this cage like this.
Third ability, we can look for even heavier trades. Now he's trapped inside my circle, and he's actually taking a lot of minion damage, so I'm gonna drop the ignite and just continue all attacking. He gets very greedy, he ghosts away, but he doesn't flash.
And this happened because he was aware of the HP of the cannon.
So we get a free kill. And the enemy jungler is here, so I'm gonna be forced to flash away. And this is really, really unfortunate, because I want to get back to my wave, and
wave is doomed for him.
Really bad. It's slow pushing into him and freezing into him, but Darius is not gonna let me. So I use my flash to get away, and my wave is really bad. We're gonna get our mage boots and run straight back to lane to fix the wave. But look at what Swain has done. He's completely destroyed his wave. He could have just frozen the wave and had the wave in a great state where I wouldn't have flash, and he could look for a kill to chase me down and deny me some minions. But he didn't do that at all. He just pushed the wave and gave me a free lane.
Level 5, Vigar is now a different champion.
More aggressive with our
you can just straight up kill him. Yeah.
Like that, we can execute him with our ulti that does more damage the lower HP the enemy has. So if he just sits there and trades with me heavily and we're both low HP, my ult is gonna be able to take him down. This Swain is managing the lane very, very badly. So hopefully by reviewing this game, you guys are also seeing what not to do, which is what Swain is doing.
Here, take a good look as to why Vigar is so good this game. If you look at all the enemy champions, what pattern do you notice? Like low range, low range, low range, low range, low range. And they all have to go in to get something done, with the exception of Kai'Sa range poke with W. But the enemy team cannot make any play if Vigar slowly plays around his cage and only plays around his cage. If he keeps playing around his E cooldown, his third ability, then the enemy team can never kill him unless they invest every single thing they have to get to him, or he mispositions. And if Vigar is alive and gets to scale towards 1, 2, 3 items, it doesn't matter who he's attacking this game here. He will instantly kill them.
Right now, and what to do, which is what I'm doing and how I'm playing the wave and how I'm managing the minions and the waves. So we're back in lane. We're very strong now, so the Swain does need to be careful. Swain does naturally get pretty tanky, so he will be hard for us to kill in general, and the whole enemy team is really tanky. So we have to really think about our build here. I'm thinking that I'll go Archangels instead of Ludens. Oh, my.
Also, very important to mention, we see this respawning here. We have been ganked by this guy earlier here, so we need to think about, okay, if this buff is respawning because it's the first buff to respawn, where did the enemy jungle start? Like, the enemy jungle died here, so where will he go next? Which camp will be the next he will go to? Did he start here or did he start here? And with this in mind, we can place vision that actually matters, because it gives us information for the future. So rather than placing a ward here, which serves exactly which purpose, we can place a ward at a place, if we have time to, that grants us information for the future, that we can use and not just have a ward to have a ward.
My bot lane gets called out from the Swain, which is really unfortunate, and there isn't much for us to do here, so we'll have to run by mid. Sucks that my bot lane got caught like that, and we're actually behind in kills, so it's definitely up to us to carry. Going back to what I was talking about with the build, Ludens is good versus squishy champions, right, because of the extra damage, but Archangels is better versus tankier teams because the shield is going to keep you alive for longer.
Yep, Other is really good.
And obviously Archangels is better into the late game and gives you more AP, so this is definitely an Archangels type of game, not a Ludens game. So I'm going back to last hitting as many minions as I can and getting my passive up. Swain
Another
is low
free kill.
HP. He gets hit by my first ability, and an ignite and ult is gonna be enough for us to get another kill on him. So another misplay from the Swain, and we just keep punishing him. However, my team is really far behind. My top lane is behind, my bot lane is behind. It's only my jungle that's not behind so far. So Darius is here, but we're not very.
We see Darius is jungle, he didn't clear buff, and so we know both these buffs are available. We know both these buffs will be available shortly or are available already because our Yone just cleared this. And then this is spawning soon, and Yone is super slow in compared to Darius in terms of jungling. So with this information, we can think about what we want to do next and what we can make our teammates do.
Afraid of him. As long as we have our third ability, he should never be able to get us. He misses his hook, so we can play even more aggressive now.
Yeah, but we don't really kill him.
As many abilities as
just
I
get
can
some
to
MP.
get stacks of my passive, right? So
I don't know what Blood is doing.
He doesn't benefit at all from being here. He's just trying to soak up XP, but we benefit a lot from hitting him. We don't have our ulti, so we can't do much in terms of killing him.
We need to find a reset soon, unless we go for item spike.
So if Swain oversteps, then we have a chance to kill him. He's kind of overstepping here. He's caught in the cage, he has no way to escape it.
One more Q, then R.
DPSing him down.
Well, Nami ignite carries.
But I'm gonna get the kill, I'm gonna get the rampage, and I can base for my first item. However, I'm gonna like to push away first. Since Swain is dead, I'm assuming that the enemies won't.
Okay. Now we have a question. He has 2,400 gold, so the gold he gains from this plating is not relevant towards item spike, and his jungler is in position to do this. So the question is, does Royal want to contest anything, or does he just want to get more gold? That is the big question. Like, right now, his value in the sense of dealing damage is very much diminished because he has no mana, he has no ult cooldown, he has barely enough mana for one rotation. So what is he trying to achieve here right now? Because the gold he gains doesn't help him for item completion, and therefore spending time to do this is a question. Like, what does he want to achieve with this? Like, what does it help him?
Any objectives? So I'm gonna get even more greedy and take the platings. So because Swain is dead, I don't necessarily need to have spent my gold because the enemies are probably not gonna contest the objective that we go for. And it seems like we'll be trading, we'll be taking Herald, and they'll be taking Dragon, which I'm perfectly fine with, since I just wanna go base now with all this gold.
But the question is,
I
could
also
he
made a
have
stupid
known?
decision because my team is so far behind, right? The score is 5-6, and I have 4 of my team's kills, and they're pretty much all solo kills. I guess Nami did help a little bit, But
Please,
all the
Yona.
gold is on me, so I need to play
That's
greedy and
really
fair,
bad for
so I'm
Royal.
making
Like, he
video
doesn't get any
decisions
gold
this
from
game
this.
by staying and going for the platings. Yone is gonna use the Herald mid lane, but unfortunately we're not gonna be there for the gold, which kind of sucks. And we're just gonna keep
Now we need
stacking.
deep wards and
So now
rotation
that
towards
we don't
other
have mid
lanes.
lane turret,
So, Vega is a tier 1 mid lane protector, right? Vega's play is only around vision. Vega doesn't really want to face check people because then he can die. So our goals will always be clear mid wave, look at map, and think about next potential play. We again cut the map in half and observe where people vanish into. If they vanish into quadrant 1, we can make any play on quadrant 2. Because we can just walk up and instantly kill somebody because Set will tank for us and we have more than enough damage to get everyone killed instantly. The only thing that could happen to us, if we were to face check the Darius in Fog of War, we could just potentially die, so it's not worth it. So the first step of every play will always be clear mid wave, get mid lane prio, go for a play. If you can't dive, take enemy jungle camps. Anything you can do safely.
it actually opens us up to being able to roam a lot more. Because we can push the wave quickly, and then while Swain goes super far back to last hit the minions, there's no vision, which allows me to just roam. So I'm gonna quickly get my 4 stacks from the 4 minions.
His vision on
And now I'm
this,
able to
so
roam
he's
bot lane
moving,
where some
he takes a
action is
safe
happening.
way. Because think about this is the natural objective for enemy. This is a risky path because he can get collapsed on, so he takes the long path. This is also another path. Too dangerous, too dangerous. So we have 3 different approaches. Number 1, number 2, and the number 3, like this one. And he has to take number 3. Now, what he can do. The enemy will see that this person is low HP. There's a wave, there's a likelihood that they're going to push this wave, and what he can do, he can hide here. And pretend to not be here. Now the enemy will potentially go for a play, maybe, and he'll be in position to get them killed if he chooses to do so.
I don't know if I'll be able to do much, since the enemies seem to be backing off, but I can sit here and defend this turret.
Also
While
fine,
my
he can just
set
one-tap
actually
the
goes in
wave.
Mid, and Karen's is getting a free turret top. I guess that works. So I'm a little afraid because they can still burst me down if I'm not careful. However, I'm being a little aggressive so I can get as many stacks as I can. I want to
Man's living on the edge.
out to either get stacks on the minions or the
Lucian
enemies.
is griefing,
We're
Lucian
doing
should not be
really
here.
well on stacks. We're almost at 100, less than 7 minutes into the game. So the enemies are going aggressive on me. We're gonna place a great ultimate, a great cage, excuse me, so me and Lucian can DPS down the enemies.
Quick explanation. Okay. We are already defending this as Vigar, right? So why is Lucian coming here to do something? What Lucian could have done, Lucian could have protected this wave up here, get free gold. Because he was the first one to leave base. Nami, on the other hand, can walk to us to back us up, so we can't get dove. But Lucian coming here serves no purpose because he's losing so much gold and grants Garen so much gold for free.
However, I'm being a little out to either get less than great ultimate, a great cage, excuse me, so me and Lucian can DPS down the enemies while Kaisa zoned out. This is the exact reason I picked Vigar this game. All 5 of the enemy champions have no way of getting out of my cage other than their
Yep.
flash. Like, look at Kaisa, she has no way of getting out of my cage. So she's stuck in this confined area, and my team can just collapse and kill her. Vigar is such a good champion if the enemy team doesn't have ways to get out of your cage. And not a single champion, the enemy team has a way to get out of the cage. Again, Darius, he's in the cage, he's stuck there. He can't go anywhere. Unfortunately, I have missed all my spells, so he doesn't die.
Omega lul.
Which, I mean, sometimes happens, right? We
Happens to
can't
me all
be
the time.
perfect.
Don't worry.
I have unfortunately missed all my spells, so he will get away. I do need to stay a little longer to save my Nami. This guy
It's
flashed
fine.
me, that's
He
very
just
annoying.
doesn't die.
I'm probably gonna have to flash because
Respect flash is Q.
and I don't want to risk having to dodge them, so I'm just gonna flash away. I unfortunately don't have the gold I need for the death cap. I'm 200 short. However, there's really
Like, the moment we reach next objective fights, I believe Royal needs to either change to a control ward or to a sweeper. Because he needs to have space, which he can stay in, that the enemy doesn't know of, to, for example, let's just imagine this is the area of a fight. This here is a wall, and he is hiding behind the wall. So if the enemy doesn't have vision of this, the enemy can walk upwards here, and then he can place the cage here as the enemies are stuck inside. And then it's just super free to get them killed. So when you play Vigar and you get into like later stages of the game, playing around vision and abusing this is very important.
Nothing more for me to do bot lane. I'm gonna be in risk of dying because of how low HP I am. So I'm gonna base, quickly go farm the gold I need, and probably base again for the death cap. I'm getting so many stacks. I have 125 stacks in 8 minutes. That is an insane stack count. This is
Free reset.
quite a bit more than what the usual would be, but you want to be aiming for 10 stacks a minute.
That's
minimum.
reasonable.
That should be like your minimum, right? So right now I should have like around 90 stacks. Obviously this game has been going very well, so I have quite a bit more. But
What purpose does this ward serve?
that's so hard.
Like if we view the next play, right? The next play on the map will be happening here. He puts this on cooldown. He doesn't have control ward or sweeper. He will not be playing here, and anything that happens here is not really relevant to him because this will be his playing field. Unless he chooses to not play Dragon at all, even though he's strong enough to carry the fight, and defend this. But if he plans on doing so, then this one here serves no purpose.
How many stacks you need to be aiming for. The enemy Garen is very fed actually. He's like 2,000 gold over our top laner, over our set. And our bot lane is not doing great either. So it's really up to us to carry this game. Thankfully, Vigar is very good at carrying games because he just has so much zone control. And like I mentioned,
And they're
the
flaming.
team is a perfect team to pick Vigar into because they can't escape my cage. So my cage can single-handedly, like a well-placed third ability, can win a team fight. Because there's so much CC and so much zone control. So we're gonna see if we can get roam bot lane. We'll get Kai'Sa's flash.
Get free
and again,
flash.
That's the only way to escape our cage. He has to flash out. And that's
Okay. Now, what most teams or most players do wrong. You see this here? To play around this, we want to take the next waves that are coming here. These waves need to be taken care of. And we want vision dominion. The thing is, he doesn't have a ward. Like, he spent his ward here, as we said earlier, on something that's not relevant, because if Garen was coming anyway, then we would see the rotation, because he would leave, and we would see him leave into Fog of War. And if we see him leave into Fog of War, we can assume if he walks this way, he's on his way to Dragon. And if he walks into our jungle, it's not relevant for us, because he has to come from here to get something done. And if we know that he can only come from one angle, or if he happens to recon come from this angle, we already are prepared and in position and have vision control to do something about this. Because they are low range, they can't do anything
for the past few minutes. We've been
into our
pushing mid,
champion.
we've been
Unless we
going
face
bot
check them.
and trying to harass this bot lane, because at the end of the day, this is our win condition. We don't really care about Garen. I can't really kill Garen with Set in the first place. We don't really have the damage. So we want to play around our bot lane who are actually getting caught, which sucks.
Oh, Yon actually
Here
pulled
comes
her out of the
Set. I
cage.
ulted Leona, but it's
Oh,
not
no.
enough. I should have definitely dropped my ignite. I overestimated my damage.
Leona's so
Leona's
tanky
very
though,
tanky,
so
I guess.
yeah.
And we're not able to get
She
any
is.
kills. I definitely misplayed this fight slightly. I could have placed my abilities a little better. Now the enemies are trying to dragon, but I don't want to allow them. And Yoni's not
With Leona, like
Okay.
his thought process, like Leona is low HP, right? And with Leona being low HP, she's forced to base. The only person that can jump on him with low cooldowns would be Leona ult, and Leona ult could be coming from Fog of War. But since she is in base, he has more room to just walk up and make plays. Since the enemy is so low ranged, he can then place down his cage, and with his cage placed down, he can go for pot shots. And if he hits any of them, the enemy just dies. Yon, on the other hand, can then join the pit if required and go for a play. Like, he's not at risk, even though he's outnumbered.
However, Kai'Sa has been very annoying. So I have to back off a little bit. Yone tries to go for the steal, but he doesn't get it. This is a bit of an issue when you're playing Vigar. if I don't have my team to help me out, I can't really do much by myself. Versus all 5 of them. He's not really a 1v5 type of champion. I killed the minions and they're gonna start stanking through it until getting another kill and even more stacks, which is just perfect.
Attack this champion.
Now I can base, and I'm gonna go for the 3rd item void stuff. There's something I don't often do, but the enemy has 4 melee champions, I guess 3 melee champions and Swain, but they're all building quite a bit of magic resist. So they're inherently very tanky, and they're also building quite a bit of magic resist. I'm gonna go get the shutdown on Garen, and we're godlike. So yeah, if you look at the magic resist, quite a few of them have like even over 100. So void stuff as a 3rd item in this game is really good. In a lot of games it might not be if the enemy don't have this much magic resist, but this game it was. We'll get another good cage.
Kai'Sa is dead when his ult comes
Now
up.
we have our ultimate.
Oh,
Flash ult, the
depression.
Kai'Sa actually lives. So again, I'm slightly overestimating my damage. Trap this guy in a cage. Yeah, we do no damage to this guy. They just have so much magic resist. Like, once they get the magic resist boots, we're not really doing a lot of damage. And I didn't expect the enemies to get this much magic resist because we have like 3 ADs in our team. But I guess they're very scared of me because I'm so fed. So now we do get our void stuff, and it doesn't matter how much magic resist they have, we're still gonna do a lot of damage. So I'm thinking about Infinity Orb next, but I'm not quite sure what item I should actually be getting versus the enemy team.
I think he should go for Banshees. The only way he can potentially die is getting hit by a Leona R. So having Banshees to counteract the Leona R would make life substantially easier. And it's very hard for the enemy to proc it unless he gets hit by Kai'Sa W or Swain W. Like, every single spell that would hit him, be it Leona E, be it Leona ult, be it Swain E, it's all deadly for him, like immediate death. So I think now going for Banshees is the best choice.
Team, because Infinity Orb doesn't scale great when the enemy team is tanky. However, I do like the movement speed of it, and I like the passive to help me kill enemies even without my ulti when they're low HP. So again, Swain's caught out, where it's gonna go ahead and combo him, and at this point we're one-shotting, right? So if they're inside our cage and we're able to hit our abilities, we're just one-shotting him. Unfortunately, our team is still in tank. This guy is 0-4-1. So even though I'm 9-0-2, the score is 14-14. So now I'm gonna need to show you how to close out these hard games where you're the only one that's fighting your team. Yone is doing alright. He's flaming quite a bit, but he's doing alright. However, the rest of our team is not keeping up. I'm thinking about Liandry's as well, because the enemies are actually, they have a lot of max HP, but my mindset is I'm probably going to be one-shotting them with my combo, so Liandry's not going to get a lot of value. I'm just going to go ahead and mute the Yone because he's just flaming way too much, and I want to focus on the game. But looking at the stats, this game is looking rough, and I have no idea what Lucian is building. He's building no damage.
Classic Lucian build.
Steal some of this guy's farm to get some
Yoink.
stacks. Since every lane's kind of pushed. I expect him to go top lane while I was defending bot lane.
Like, he needs to wait until...
on the Garen, actually, my entire
He needs to wait before like, he's not allowed to just use his entire combo on Garen W. Like, right now, it's like he can just chill.
Again, he's stuck in the cage. He can't go anywhere, and my cage will be up again in 5
and
seconds.
Goodbye.
I'm
Ooh, okay. Okay, predict demon.
Flash, and he did end up flashing into it, so that was really nice. And I'm able to finish him off with my ult. And Yone doesn't have a lot of damage against the Kai'Sa. Maybe we should follow RiftGuides build, because apparently my Yone builds suck, and his Yone builds are the best.
True.
I'm actually getting called out.
Factual and based.
He's not really doing damage.
Well,
I'm the only one.
Remember, the only way he can die in this game is by messing up or getting hit by Leona ult. And now, as he died, at a vital point, giving a lot of gold to enemy, it's rough.
Very, very low. Okay, Yone. This is the RiftGuides Yone build, I'm telling you.
Look, he's tickling the Leona.
PD does no damage, and he's gonna sit there and criticize my Yone build. He doesn't know that I build PD for maximum dopamine, because it gives you so much attack speed and movement speed, so you don't build it for the efficiency, you build it for the dopamine you get.
Fair,
anyway, enough
fair. He's got a point. If it makes you happy, it's good.
Our Infinity Orb.
What is Bionic cooking? What a man.
Which is gonna give me some extra movement speed, so I can kite better. and I can zone out the enemies better. Movement speed is a great stat in Vigar.
Blade of the Ruin King
And,
in
Oblivion Orb,
2023.
Infinity Orb is one of the
What are we
few
living
items
for?
actually gives it to you, since you don't really want to go Lich Bane. And that's the other AP item that gives movement speed. I guess you do have the Horizon focus too, but that's awful. So Darius is by himself doing Dragon.
Excuse me? Did we know where
Infinity Orb
Kai'Sa
is one of
is?
the few items that actually gives it to you, since you don't really want to go Lich Bane.
We have no lifeline passive.
That's the other AP
Where
item that gives
where's
movement speed.
Kai'Sa? Do we know where
I guess you do
Kai'Sa
have
is?
the Horizon focus too, but that's awful. So Darius is
And it was at this moment you knew I fucked up. You see this? You see this? If Kai'Sa happens to be here, you are dead. Because there's no point for you, from my perspective, to be the sacrificial lamb of walking in. Does he die?
He's by himself doing Dragon. I think maybe he doesn't. He thinks
Where
we can
was
see him,
Kai'Sa?
but we do have the Skull Trap there.
Where
I think
was
it's my ulti
Kai'Sa?
just to make sure
Oh, she
we
was
get
in Narnia.
Darius, because once Darius is dead, we can easily secure the Dragon, worst case scenario. But Garen is not there. And again, they just can't escape my cage. Like,
Yeah,
Swain
they
doesn't have any
can't.
abilities to escape my cage. He can only flash. If
Did
he
I
doesn't
miss the
have flash,
Kai'Sa
he's
or
stuck in
something?
there.
Like, did he know?
So he does stasis. We do a perfect timing
Did I not pay attention?
for when the stasis finishes, and we pick
Because
up
if
another
Kai'Sa is
kill.
there, he just dies,
For
and
my
then the
last
game is
item, I'm
rough.
still not sure what I should be building as my last two items. I know I want damage because I need to carry this game, so I can't really go tank. But at the same time, I don't know which items to get because none of them are like that good for this game. So I went the Infinity Orb, and now I'm probably gonna get Lich Bane last.
Like, let's quickly investigate her respawn, okay? So we don't know its cap.
Orb, Infinity Orb is one of the few items that actually gives it to you, since you don't.
3
really wanna go Lich
seconds.
Bane. And that's the
So
other
Kai'Sa's on the map right now running.
AP item that gives movement speed. I guess you do have.
So if he is here and she just respawned, she must be somewhere here, right? Because of the delay.
the Horizon focus too, but that's awful. So Darius is by himself.
Maybe she's here? I would really like to see like the actual replay. Because think about this. If Kai'Sa happens to be here and she is in our range and she happens to be level like 13 maybe, I didn't pay attention to her level or something, and she is able to ult here. Just thinking about this. And he gets hit by this. He just immediately dies, no? Like, he has no lifeline, he has no flash, he's very vulnerable right now, coming from this position, going alone. If, like, this is only if Kai'Sa happens to be in range.
Maybe he doesn't. He thinks we can't see him.
That's
so
the
we
only
can easily
thing.
secure it. And I guess you can only flash. If he doesn't have flash, he's stuck in there. So he does stasis. We do a perfect timing for when the stasis finishes, and we pick up another kill. So for my last item, I'm still not sure what I should be building as my last two items. I know I want damage because I need to carry this game, so I can't really go tank.
Get Banshees,
But at the
brother.
same time, I don't know which items to get because none of them are like that good for this game. So I went the Infinity Orb, and now I'm probably gonna get Lich Bane last, so I don't get caught out by any Leona ultis or something like that and just get blown up. I also definitely need to go stasis this game. Stop things like Garen ulti, to stop, like if the enemies hard dive onto me, I need to be able to pause, you know, until my team can help me out. Does she have vision here? Or she just ran? Oh, dude, I hate AP Kai'Sa and her like 10 gazillion range poke.
Ben's getting blasted.
But thankfully, it's a map. It's the ocean map, so there's a lot of healing around. We're gonna keep stacking. I don't know if you've noticed, but throughout this entire game, I've been stacking my AP to get as much AP as possible. Oof. I need a little. I need to keep moving a little more with him to get that stun off. But yeah, again, on the Raptors, on the minions, you want to keep stacking. You know, I'm not last game with Odex, right? I'm constantly using my abilities, trying to get as many stacks as I can, because it gives me so much AP. By the end of this game, I'm gonna have like over 1,000 AP. Look how much damage we do to turrets as well. Oof. We're like one-shotting turrets.
Okay, Leona just
ulti
used
by
her only tool to get on top of
But
him.
my Nami's gonna flash away. It's so hard for the enemies to engage onto us because of my Vigar cage. Could flank by the Garen, but look, I just put the cage down, completely zone the enemies out, and we're able to walk away. Well, Nami dies, but me and Lucian are able to walk away.
They are really
Nami's
brave,
sponsor
and
turned my
he
spells
gets
out, but
like Kai'Sa
the rest of my
W's are
team's
hitting
not
him
there.
so
Sad is dead.
brutally, right?
And Yone's bot lane or something. The enemies could
True,
go for Baron
overgrowth.
here, which is a little scary, but Yone is alive, so they would risk a 50-50. I'm gonna get my stasis now, and I'm gonna be completely safe. Hopefully. We have 12 kills. We're so good this game, but it's still 20-20, right? Like, we're not ahead. I get this minion. Oh! The sidestep! What? That minion has the most insane movement I've ever seen. Bro, that just kill shots way better than any of my teammates. Also, that's the worst Lucian build I've ever seen. Especially versus the enemy team. He has no damage.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we're getting a little caught out here. We're gonna
Kai'Sa? Is
ult
she
the
good?
Kai'Sa after missing everything, and she's gonna survive with 1 HP after my ignite.
But again, like he gets very reckless as the game goes on.
Especially teammates.
He gets more and more
Also, it's the
reckless
worst
with the
Lucian build
choices
I've
he
ever
does, because he takes more risk clearing vision. Because as I said before, remember, like anything that
Especially
touches
versus
him
the
from the
enemy
ranged
team.
spells, be it
Doesn't know
Swain
him.
E or Leona E,
Getting a little
can
caught
cause
out.
instant death. And now imagine Kai'Sa doesn't ult like an absolute peanut to Narnia Southwest, but closer to him to allow him to auto-attack more often.
Here.
Because look,
We're gonna just
he is one auto-attack away from death.
ult the Kai'Sa after missing
And if she had exhaust, she could have
everything,
just
and she's gonna
exhausted him,
survive with 1
and
HP after my
he
ignite
will
ult.
he will not even deal enough damage.
We're just so strong, so we're gonna be able to live. And look with our cage, we're covering the entire laning phase, and since they have no way to get through it without flashing, we just completely zone them out. My team does a great job at catching out the Gary in the meantime while I'm defending mid. So now I based before WildRift.
This here now is something that many teams will do wrong and will cause you to lose the game. You see these states of waves on side lanes, right? And you have to think about, okay, where are the waves going and what are we doing? When these fights here happen, they extend for like 30 seconds, 40 seconds, 1 minute, like these things are terrible. And as this is happening, the side waves either go brutally into your tower or they go into this direction. What you want to do, if you really want to increase your chances of winning, if your natural way to an objective would be like, for example, here, you can choose your approach angle and try to combine as many things possible to help you influence the minions work in your favor. Because, for example, let's say he has more time to walk this way and the enemy wave would be slow pushing into him. He can quickly fix this on his way and create a slow push into the enemy team, which then, as the fighting happens, creates a beneficial effect for you. As the enemy team is losing minions, you are getting global pressure by the minions taking down the tower, and you are gaining global gold for free by just tracking minions early enough before an objective even spawns. So before the objectives is even getting contested, you try to fix a wave in a way that it slow pushes into the enemy to give you these advantages. While the enemy is trying to fistfight you for whatever reason at the objective, you are naturally gaining advantages because you've already cleared the wave, and the enemy doesn't get any of the gold.
Dragon because I'm so low HP, but honestly, since it's an ocean map, I should have probably this guy in healing plants, because now I'm late to this fight, this 4v5 fight. Great knockup by the Yone.
Leona's
Still
so
haven't used my
tanky.
ulti, I'm kind of saving it. I'm gonna use it on the Darius.
1700.
I want to save it for the Kai'Sa. I'll stun the Kai'Sa by... I do stasis. Okay, this was a mistake. I didn't think that my stun hit, so I...
Okay.
Yone.
Look at
I
this.
still haven't used my ulti, I'm kind of saving it.
Darius is dead, Garen is dead. Okay. Let's think about this logically. Is any kill at this point relevant to get objective? Are the kills we have gotten not already good enough to then take the objective? Because if we walk into enemies, something Vega really doesn't like walking into enemies, because they'll obviously be able to hit you back unless you one-tap them with QR, which you don't have available, and your cage takes time to activate, so if you're running after them, they have more than enough time to turn on you and kill you. So, looking at this here, do we really need to go for more kills, or do the kills we already got secure us this Elder, and then we will secure this Baron? Because Kai'Sa as a champion cannot hit through these objectives. If you hide behind the objectives and she uses W on cooldown, she cannot poke you at all. And the enemy doesn't really have access into you, because if they try to access into you, you have the Vigar cage. And if that happens, the enemy just instantly dies.
I'm gonna use it on the Darius. I want to save it for the Kai'Sa. I'll stun the Kai'Sa by... I do stasis. Okay, this was a mistake. I didn't think that my stun hit, so I stasis to stay alive, but my stun did hit, and he was stunned for the entire time I was in stasis.
Yone should be strong enough to kill them, no?
So I did overextend a little bit in this fight.
Why isn't Yone killing the Swain? Like, he can just kill him now when he's like close to him, no?
Led to us doing okay in the fight. Okay, Yone, I see you. But I definitely, I'm like my team's all my damage. Like, look at the Lucian damage, he does nothing. So I can't die like that. The Yone is actually kind of popping off. Okay, Yone. He's on a rampage.
Like, he has Divine Thunder, he's so tanky. He probably has defensive boots as
I destroyed
well.
the entire laning phase, but he's gotten so many kills from my Sad and my like dual lane.
No, but he's very
I got
tanky.
10 deaths on Nami, that's crazy.
The reason why you want to slow push is if you push too fast, the enemy will have time to clear the wave before the objective spawns. And if it's a slow push, they have to make a decision. Because if somebody shows there too late, you can just take the objective and force it.
They're doing no damage to each other. Like, Garen takes no damage, but every damage he does, gets
Look at them,
from Yone.
wet noodle
So
fighting.
it's not doing damage to each other. We have so much AP at this point too. I should probably check how much AP I have. Okay, we need to get this Elder.
The enemy can't do anything about this Elder Dragon. They can't walk. Like, we have zone control.
For a while. We still have
Like, here. Look at this. We have seen where Darius is. We have complete zone control. He cannot pass through this. Like, the enemy, they just lost. It's over. It's done. If Darius happens to walk in here, he instantly dies. If they get the Elder, the enemy loses because they'll get Nash afterwards. The enemy has no access to them at all. The only way something could potentially go wrong is if he doesn't cage the Darius if he walks up. They don't do anything and somehow lose Elder to Kai'Sa W. But in a realistic scenario, there's no way that anything can happen right now.
However, I can DPS the Elder quite quickly. Okay, so we see the Darius. So now when you zone out the Darius, my thing is you turn and fight here. Especially to kill the Darius, but I'm getting zoned out from the game.
He's
finishing Elder.
pressing all the buttons.
Thankfully, our team gets it, but that was very risky. The play there was definitely to just finish off the Darius and then do Elder. But my team risks it, but my Yone does get a good smite off. And now that we have Elder Dragon, we're able to get 2 quick kills. Set goes down, but Set is useless.
Damn. He just called the set useless. It's bad, man.
1,160.
He one-taps Kai'Sa with ult right now. If sorry, he one-taps anyone with ult that is not a tank.
Damage I do just to the turrets, by the way, with my ult attacks. It's like 800 damage per ult attack on the turret.
This game would have such a this game would have been such a beautiful
100 true damage.
Giant Slayer game.
We're gonna be able to eventually kill the Garen. Flash away from the Swain ult. It's actually flashing towards us. Per little cage
Archangels.
Down. Good bubble
Boom.
from the Nami. He's just in such a hard situation because he's inside the cage. He can't leave the cage. And the bubble comes down inside the cage and he has to dodge it within this limited space. It's so hard. Vigar is such a good pick when the enemies can't get away from it. Again, the Darius, he's just stuck there. Obviously,
The Kai'Sa is so indecisive. The Kai'Sa could have killed him.
And I wasn't able to kill him, but
take a good look. Vega's only defensive tool is this cage. Now, the Kai'Sa could know that this is on cooldown.
Again,
The Vigar is hit by a Kai'Sa W and is tagged by a Leona R. Look.
Darius, he's just stuck.
Oh, the Leona R misses. Never mind, but he's still tagged. Like, the Kai'Sa can still go there and instantly kill.
Obviously, have to run away.
But for some reason, she was delayed. in
and I
doing
wasn't
so.
able to kill him, but
I
he's
don't know
just
why.
stuck in the cage. Again, Leona stuck in the cage. Run the other way. Ult her. And now with Elder Dragon
is
and
over.
Baron, obviously
This
we're
is
gonna
no
be
hope for
able
enemy
to
team.
quickly end the game. With our insane high AP numbers, with Baron buff, we probably have like over 1,500 right now. We're gonna get Darius again right before the game ends. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video,
Solid performance by Mr. Royal himself. I think we've highlighted what the laning phase consisted of, what happened this game, and how to optimize what he has done to an even better level. But Mr. Royal carried his lovely monkeys to victory in this game. And the next time we'll do a react video, because I said so last time, I'll try to have the transparent chat, so the video watchers will see what the chat was typing at the same time. So you're not completely at a loss, and I can interact with chat as well. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment for the algorithm. You know the drill. Become a member because you want cute penguin emotes, and that's kind of it. Thank you. Okay. That is kind of it for me now. Again, I'll try to do these kind of review things more often. I will check out Strider as well. But I want to send him a message and ask him if it's okay for me to review what he's doing. Yeah? Because not everybody obviously likes having his content reviewed. So if you have any ways of contacting him, you can let him know in my stat, or you can just connect us if you want to, and I can take a look at him and just leave my ideas, so we can take a good look at his content, and if it's really good, we promote his content, obviously. And that is it for me today. Thank you all for watching.